Hello everyone and welcome to Forgotten Not Lost. Forgotten Not Lost, a kinetic story. Now I'm not entirely sure what this is all about. It's a kinetic story, something to do with inheriting lands, I think. Absolutely no idea, but listen to this music. This sounds beautiful. I'm excited. I love it when games have good music. Gets you into the mood. Ooh, wake up. Wake up, you old fool. That's rude. Who's this bitch? I opened my eyes slowly at the insistent urging grunting in protest. Is it another day already? I should get up and feed Maybell then. With a great deal of effort, I pushed myself into a sitting position. Oh, this is descriptive. I like this. However, when I finally willed myself to open my eyes, I almost fell back in surprise at the unfamiliar face peering at me. Who is this person? Quickly, come and have your breakfast. I sit there for a moment staring at her in silence. It seems rude to ask her who she is and what she is doing here, but considering she is the stranger randomly showing up in my house, I suppose I have the right to ask. I clear my throat, working out the courage to voice the pressing question. My voice croaks still from sleep. Sorry, who are you? The old lady freezes, as though off guard by my words. There is a beat of silence as she looks at me intently, making me cough in discomfort. Why is she staring at me like that? Do I know her? Finally, she smiles softly. I want to know her name. Suffer with all this. For now, we're gonna call you. Oh, we're probably gonna find out your name in just a second. Oh, Madeline, it's me, your wife, remember? I think I remember my wife. Thank you very much, Madeline. Suddenly, it hits me like a ton of bricks. She is my wife, Madeline, whom I have been married to for 40 years. How could I? Oh, is this gonna be one of those sad things? Oh, is he suffering from like Alzheimer's? Gosh, haha, I don't know what got into me for a second. There, I apologize. I stand up walking over to the dining table. I really hope this isn't a sad thing. I really hope this is not a sad thing. To the dining table and sit down. A content smile spreads across my face at the sight of eggs and bacon on the plate before me. Looks like the hens laid their eggs without problem today. When is Mirabelle coming back? The question spills out of my mouth naturally without thinking. A strange feeling instantly strikes me. Something feels off. Is something wrong with our beloved daughter? Oh, I thought Mirabelle was a cow. I don't know why I thought it was a cow. He was like, I have to feed Mirabelle. I'm like, oh, it must be an animal then. No, it's daughter. Mine sighs and sits down in the seat opposite to mine. She pats my head and smiles indulgently. Dear Mirabelle's gone. She passed away in the plague 13 years ago. What? Okay, you can't. We're literally 2 minutes into the game. You can't drop that on me like that. What? Okay, so this guy's losing his memory. Madeline's words ring like a bell in my ear. She seems so calm, like she's had to say this all before. The memory keeps slipping away every time I try to grasp at it. I shake my head in confusion. The memory has been getting worse and worse these days. According to Madeline, if this thought is even correct in the first place, my memory is failing me to the extent where I am sometimes unable to recall what I have had for breakfast just moments after I finish eating it. God. Remember to use your knife when you are eating, dear. Madeline places the knife in my other hand and smiles encouragingly. Madeline's a nice wife. She's kind. She's nice. I like her. I'll try to move both hands together at the same time, but for some reason one hand is exasperatingly less responsive than the other is. I let out a frustrated sigh when my knife falls onto the table with a clatter after my fifth failed attempt. Madeline sighs softly before moving to sit beside me instead. She briefly squeezes my hand in a comforting gesture as she reaches for the fork and takes the knife for me. Carefully, she cuts the food up into little pieces. We have a loyal wife! Go, Madeline! The big baby, say. My sheepish smile turns into a more genuine, happy smile. Kind of was hoping if we could play as a girl, but turns out we're a dude. Yay! This reminds me of our first date decades ago. I open my mouth and she feeds me a small slice of bacon. I chew on it slowly, savoring the taste. This really reminds me of when we went to the high tower for our date. Madeline seems surprised, her eyes widening a little. You can remember that? I give an enthusiastic nod as she feeds me a small slice of pork sausage. I was meeting your parents officially as your suitor for the first time, and there was a small boat nearby. We stole it and sailed out to sea. I can still remember all the apples you brought along in your basket. They were delicious. We fed each other apples while watching the waves in the middle of the ocean. Oh, that's sweet! We did. You're right. We did? You're right. There's something different about Madeline's smile as she speaks. It's wider and even happier than before. I wonder why. Isn't it common for couples to talk about their shared days from the past? Guess she hasn't been able to for a while. I'm feeling really sad right now. My mind is racing. Like, what is going on? Like, okay, what we know is that has memory loss. His daughter died. I can't even remember his wife's name when as she continues feeding me, I swallow obediently. I am well aware of the fact that I am, to an extent, a burden on her. The least I can do is to help relieve her stress by being compliant. When the last of my food is gone, she dabs at my mouth with a cloth and moves back over to her own seat to start her own meal. As I watch Madeline nibble at her food, I can't push away the feeling that I'm forgetting something I need to do. What is it? Found in concentration. Suddenly, an earlier thought pops back into my head. Maybell. Oh, I get it. It's Maybell. Maybell. That's the person that I thought was a cow. Okay. Maybell's a cow, and Maribel is our daughter. Why are their names similar? Okay, so I was right. Ha! I immediately get up from my chair to walk to the backyard, hurrying in case this thread of thought leaves me once again before I complete the task. To my surprise, the spot where Maybell usually stands is empty. I look around, wondering if Maybell is hiding somewhere, so I shout loudly to Madeline. Madeline, where's Maybell? I called it as a cow! Woo! Anyway, sorry. I got her from Mayor Orland. Mayor O. Mayor O as a as a birthday gift years ago. Since then, she has brought in countless coins with her good milk, and has quickly become one of our most prized possessions. Silly old fool, Maybell died last year. What is going on? Silly old fool, Maybell died last year. I scratch my head. That's true. Since Madeline said so, I suppose it is. I return to the house, giving Madeline a quick kiss on the cheek when I walked by. Stopping in front of the fireplace, I plop down on my armchair with a sigh. The fire crackles, and I watch the familiar flames for a while before getting distracted by the basket of old trinkets next to me. Feeling curious, I decide to examine them. I pick up one peculiar-looking item and stare at it for a long while. I then try to take it apart, but I fail. Perplexed, I set it back down in the basket. It's irking me how it seems so familiar, yet I can't recall what it is exactly. Nothing's even happened yet, and I'm feeling sad! This all this is am I actually going to be doing anything, or am I just, like, reading their conversation? Dear, I'm going to the market. Do me a favor and stay where you are, okay? Don't worry, I wasn't planning on going anywhere. I smile and bid her farewell. A loud click of the padlock ensues, signaling that Maybell has left. Nothing else to do. I pick the trinket up again and continue to toy with it. Is it a piece of iron? A toy? I can't quite tell. Oh, are we doing something? I'm startled out of my daze when the thunder rumbles. Thunder? Is a storm brewing? I look at the window to check, and I found in surprise at the dark, cloudy sky. It seems like just moments ago when the sky is clear and blue. I wonder how much time has passed already. A sudden blinding flash of lightning causes me to flinch, squeezing my eyes shut. reflexively. It looks like there really will be a storm, perhaps even a bad one. In that case, Maybell needs to be brought into the barn. Oh, he forgot again! Oh, my heart! Maybell needs to be brought into the barn. I'm already at the moment when a surprisingly clear thought flashes across my mind. Right, Madeline said Maybell is dead. Oh, nothing has even happened yet. This game's already tugging at the heartstrings. Oh, is he suffering from like Alzheimer's or something? Is my concerns taken care of? I'll return to what I was doing previously. I'm determined to figure out what this item is. I'm still not quite sure, but somehow I had to shoot. What's going on? I clicked something I shouldn't have. Okay, that's fine. I think right click is save. Whoops. Right clicked by accident. With my concerns taken care of, blah 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 blah, I'm still not quite sure, but somehow I have a feeling that I will solve this mystery soon enough. Can I see what the item is? After a while, my interest in this trinket fades, and I set it down on the end of the table. Strangely enough, it seems to be on the verge of falling over no matter how I adjust the angle, and spend some time attempting to keep it upright before giving up. The fire has gone out by now, and silence echoes in the room. Is Madeline still not back yet? It's almost dinner time. It's unlike her to take so long on a simple trip to the market. I look at the downpour outside. A worried sigh escapes my mouth. Maybe I should go and find her. Try to open the door, but it seems that Madeline has locked me in. Oh, fool, does she take me for someone who would be silly enough to wander out of the house and get lost? What should I do then? I can't go anywhere until Madeline comes home. Feeling the beginning pains of hunger, I walk over to the kitchen in search of some food to ease the hunger. A note near the iron cast pot catches my attention. Well, the water in this pot is hot. You can use it to drink your favorite tea. The tea tin is in the drawer second from the bottom. Love, Madeline. How considerate. We do have the best wife. She was worried. Maybe we have wandered out before, but she doesn't remember. Maybe it's from Maybell or something. How considerate. Now I can enjoy my tea while waiting for Madeline. I smile and take out the tea tin from the drawer before making my own cup of tea. I lean back in my armchair, sipping on the tea. Personally, I don't like tea or coffee. I'm a milkshake person. But at the same time, milkshake closes up my throat. You know what? I like cola. Coca-Cola. Alright? I'm a Coca-Cola person. Or hot chocolate. Hot chocolate's good. Anyways, the smell of the rain gradually seeps into the house. Oh, I love the smell of rain. And even the warmth of the tea fails to ward off the cold. I stare into the unlit fireplace, shivering. Maybe I should relight it after all. Where are my matches? Alright, I always keep some matches in my dresser, just in case I need to light an old lamp when I wake up at night to get something. Digging in the drawers, I take out a match and strike it before throwing it into the fireplace. The fireplace crackles into life, and I stoke it with a fire poker until it's a warm, comforting flame. There's nothing happening, it's just talking. I hope I'm not boring you guys to death here, but I mean, I find this really intriguing. I'm like enthralled. I want to find out what's going on. What will happen? Satisfied, I go back to my comfortable sitting position, but for the life of me, I cannot remember what I was doing just now before lighting the fire. Rub my temples tiredly, annoyed at myself. I can't even remember he was sipping his tea. Oh my gosh. For some reason, as of late, I keep forgetting my actions the second I turn my head. Ironically, I can recall things past in vivid detail. A great deal of my past, in fact. But how come you can't remember the past where Maybell and Maribel died? Though, on the bright side, I suppose at my age, there is no point in thinking about recent things anyway. You mostly want to joke about the good old days, reminiscing about all the brightest hours and wildest moments of your journey on this earth, for it eventually comes to an end, as all things do. This is hurting my heart, guys. I'm feeling really, I'm sad's not the right word, but I feel really just, where is this going? And I feel like it's poking at my heart before it crushes it. I feel nothing but peace and acceptance at the thought of what awaits me at the end of my time. Don't say that. I've known you for 5 minutes, dude. Don't say that. Oh my gosh. What is this guy's even name? What's our name? I wanna... Until we find out, I'm gonna call him Steve, okay? Because Steve is a nice name, and I need to have niceness in my life. I don't like how sad this is getting. It's just, oh, after all, when you are 60 in this world, 60? Honestly, I thought he'd be older. Oh, you are considered to have lived a long, good life. I guess it is in older days, and they didn't have, like, proper medicine or anything. So 60 is, like, their 90s or 80s in our time. God, I can't imagine what it's like to, like, lose your memory like that. Like, you turn and you completely forget. Forget some of the most important things that have happened. Who your wife is, the deaths of people around you, what you were even just doing. That's unbearable to me. I can't imagine me or anyone else I know losing their memories and how bad that would be. Wow. Give me a second. I'm trying to process all this in. Oh boy. On top of that, it is said that when you have been married for 40 years, you must have led a fulfilling life. 40 years, dude! Way to go! By this standard, I should have no regrets. After all, Madeline and I had a wonderful, loving marriage for decades. We even had a child. Wait! Okay. If I'm to, like, go by the stereotype that people, after they get married, they get pregnant. So the 9 months, let's just say that, so he was 20 when he gets married. Let's say they were the same age, blah, 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 blah. So if she died 30 years ago, that means Maybelle passed away when our dude was 30. Okay? So that means she was one 9-year-old kid. I mean, that's just some, like, crazy math. It's, all based on all assumptions, but it's safe to say that she's around 9 years old when she passed away from a plague. Like, damn. I mean, to me, it's not just said that, like, she was so young when she died. It was like she was so young when her family had to say goodbye to her. Oh God. We even had a child together who brought meaning and joy beyond all imagination into our life, despite the fact that she died in a plague a long time ago. Or maybe not even that long ago. I can't be certain. She said it was 30 years. I'm like welling up here. Oh, unfortunately, the clearest memories I retain are the things that happened in my teens in the first part of my adulthood. But the rest gets murky, including the time after Maribel's birth. Oh my God, guys. I stretched my arms, sighing contently at the pull of my cramped muscles, and almost knocked a cup of tea next to me. Oh, there's my cup of tea. I have yet to finish. Pick it up delightfully and take another sip, indulging in memories that are rushing into my head. Drinking tea always reminds me of my father. He loved tea more than anyone I ever knew. Being born in rural Memoria, the corners of the empire where tea was aplenty and cheap did not help his tea drinking habits. There was hardly ever a day, no matter how busy father was, where he would skip his usual evening routine of reading in his armchair, his trusty teacup in his other hand. Come to think of it, father was probably the biggest influence and reason behind my adoration for tea as an adult. Where is Why does everyone's name start with M? Maribel. Okay, there's Maybelle, Maribel, and Madeline. Maybe we should give our guy a name that starts with M. No, I'm sticking with Steve. I remember when I was a child, father would often take me to pluck tea leaves at our plantation. It was great fun. We would even turn it into a competition, see who could gather more leaves, and father would always let me win, which I didn't realize until I was older. Aww. At the time, I didn't understand why mother would always laugh and share secrets, smile with father when I celebrate in triumph after every round of competition. But now I do. Oh, God. That sounds like something my dad would do when I was younger. Regardless, this contest Those contests were some of the best of my childhood memories. Sometimes even Madeline joined in. She was our neighbor, coming from a poor farming family like us. They led a much tougher life, barely making ends meet. Oh my god! We often played together as children, even though, I suddenly lose my train of thought. Finding the fogginess in my brain, I try to resume my internal musing. Oh right, our families naturally became good friends since we lived next to each other. Seeing their struggles, my family would frequently lend them money, especially during the difficult months when they couldn't even afford food. This is wow. Perhaps this would discourage adults from becoming too close, deterred by ill sense of. But as children, we never let these things affect us. I don't understand that sentence right there. Perhaps this would discourage adults from becoming too close, deterred by an ill sense of shame or pride. But as children, we never let these things affect us. Madeline and I spent most of our free time together, making up games to entertain ourselves, getting each other in trouble. We were almost inseparable pair of best friends. Eventually, as we grew up and started viewing each other more than just an annoying friend who happened to live next door, love blossomed between us. After a period of courting, I proposed to her on a summer day in the very same fields where we first met. We got married in a small ceremony, nothing grand, but still beautiful in its simple way. Afterwards, when faced... I can't do this anymore! I just... Listen to the music! It's just banging! Oh, I can't do this! I don't want to find out what happens! I don't... Can we leave it here? A guy, he has a bit of bad memory, and... I don't want to see anymore! Oh my god! Afterwards, when faced with the choice of moving to a bigger town for a chance at better jobs or staying behind in Memoria, we decided on the latter to take care of our aging parents. In the end, it turned out to be the wiser decision. When their parents passed away, we inherited both their farms and merging it together, which was more than enough to sustain our living and make up for the financial opportunities we missed out on by choosing to stay in Memoria. Compared to most rural folks, we had it easy. Mirabelle, our baby girl, was born in the wee hours of New Year. She was bright and beautiful with a bubbly laugh. Okay. And always a spring in her steps. Yet, just as she had begun going to school and was aspiring to be a princess, tragedy struck. The cruel heavens brought a plague down upon the town, taking the lives of many. Mirabelle was one of the first to fall ill. It was a sickness that no physician could cure. Despite us even traveling far and inviting the best physician, Mirabelle never recovered. Belle passed away in her arms one night as we wept. She can't... I can't do this, guys. This is too sad right now. Oh my god. Oh, nothing's even happening. I'm just reading a freaking story. Not even into the game, and it's like killing my heart. Shaking with devastation and disbelief, we buried her with her favorite toys and sang her favorite lullaby. As her neighbors came to help bury her body, a great number of people in town dropped by to pay their respects and give their condolences. Everyone in Memoria had loved Mirabelle. Oh my god! The music and the description, simple yet just sells it. And with the music going on, your heart's already tender and... Oh my god. I can't explain to you right now how much this is just killing my heart. There was a dark period after Mirabelle's passing, when we seemed to drown in grief and could not surface. Our baby girl, that hurts even more. Our baby girl was gone, How could we live on? Life continued for us. We lived on. Eventually, we learned to pick up the pieces. We then started to make regular donations to family who needed the money, so they could send their children to school or get out of debt. Of course, we have since retired and can no longer afford to do so. But for a while there, bringing joy to other families and their children kept us going. In the end, even when we thought we couldn't, we survived and got past Mirabelle's untimely death. But the wound's never fully healed. Shit, I can't imagine the wound's ever fully healing. You lost a daughter and she was so young. I mean, losing a daughter so young, it's just, it's horrible. You barely got any time with her. And Lion and I clung to each other even more, taking care of each other until the day we will be reunited with Mirabelle. No! I hate it when they say like the most like the line that just gets you in the heart. You're like, the day we are reunited with Mirabelle. It's not like super blunt, but it's just oh. We are always here. I will wait for you. We are family. I smile and finish my tea, setting it aside, overwhelmed by a sudden, unexplainable sense of exhaustion. Can't resist the urge to close my eyes. Madeline should be back soon from wherever she went. I'll rest until she returns. I'm afraid for him to close his eyes. I hope Madeline will not be angry with me for sleeping before dinner. I can't really explain why, but I just feel like sleeping more these days. My brother's last days flashed across my mind with startling clarity. She would also like to sit in the same chair that I am in right now, just watching the fire crackle and burn until sleep would pull her under. One night she went to sleep after saying goodbye to all of us, and never woke up. She passed away peacefully in her sleep, a faint smile still on her face. My eyes are getting heavier now. Dark envelopes me, and I welcome it. Oh, thank God he opened his eyes! Oh, thank God! My heart stopped for a second. Oh my God. I can't tell you how much I thought he was going to die right there. I forced my eyes open groggily. A strange, inexplicable feeling. How come it's daytime already? Where the damn is our wife? Is this a dream? Down my hands impulsively. Maybe it's just my wishful thinking, but they look less wrinkled. Okay, what is going on here? Do not play with me right now. I turned towards the window to check the weather and spot a figure in the distance. A very familiar laughter rings out clearly, filling me with a sense of warmth and happiness. The loud jingling of keys brings a smile to my face as I reach out to the figure in impatience. All of a sudden, the light around me drastically caused me to open seven dries. Okay, so it's like morning, daytime. He sees the figure. He reaches out, and it's like the middle of the night. Knock, knock. I jerk up in a sitting position, gasping. I had like a dream. My eyes fly open, and they're on their own accord, darting around the room in confusion. Were they closed? I just thought I was just looking out the window a moment ago. Was that only my imagination? I rub the sleepiness from my eyes and get to my feet unsteadily. This time, when I look out the window, the faint silhouette is gone. There's only a fiery sun hanging in the... Well, it doesn't look very blue to me right now. It looks dark. Without a single dreary cloud for miles. Suppose I was really dreaming. If I can't shake the feeling that something isn't right, I swept my gaze around the room. Is there something missing? No more like someone. Your wife! Attempts. Your wife, Madeline! Why is she home yet? My attempt at interrupted by what I found is to guess. I don't remember inviting. Maybe it is a business issue. Maybe it is coming to return us the money. Dipping my hand. It's this. You see just how much he's forgetting. Like Madeline's father, but he said earlier that they had passed away, and they're really old now. So that they. Dipping my hand in the ones, and I quickly try to smooth down the bits of hair that are sticking out in wild directions to make myself feel more presentable before moving to open the door. Is that look like Madeline? And who is this strawberry chick? Hanging on the outside the door is a young lady dressed in an elegant gown, looking like she's prepared for a formal and important occasion. She peers up at me expectantly with a friendly smile on her face. The moment I open the door, it's clinging onto the hem of her dress with a doll that resembles a cow in her arms. Her eyes full a chuckle at her clothing. Is she wearing a tomato costume? How adorable. Excuse me, sir. May I ask if you have room for the two of us to stay for a little while? It seems like, unfortunately, we have gotten ourselves lost and in need of a place to catch some rest. Where is Matt lost? That is hardly the town is too small to get lost in. Please, Mother and I just want to stay here for the night. I pause, a fleeting thought rushing my mind. They look oddly familiar. Is that a daughter? That's a wife in a younger form. I'm so confused. Sorry, have we met? I once want to hear the rudeness in my voice, in my words. Perhaps I shouldn't have asked. Possibly that I just ran into them once, but with a child's mono costume sticking out like a sore thumb. No, I don't believe. Madeline and Maribel! See! No, I don't believe we have. My name is Madeline. Except it's... Okay, it has... Last time we saw it was Medellene. Now, here it says Madeline, and when she says her name, it's Mada. This is my daughter, Maribel. I'm really sorry for inconveniencing you, but do you mind putting up with us for a night or two? Of course not. It's my wife and I here, so we have plenty of room. Please do come in. Madeline is missing. Mary said, "That is your wife!" The morning person wakes up as soon as the really head to our room. Quick inside, the dresser is left open and her usual clothes are gone. Yes, probably at the market. It takes me a moment to realize that Madeline has followed me, hurrying behind me, awkward. It's the same person! I meet her and cough, wondering how to explain. I should be a good host. Would the two of you prefer to be in the same room? We have a child's room that's empty at the moment, if you don't mind your daughter staying there alone. I think both of us could stay in the children's room. Do you have a spare bedroll? I nod. In fact, we should have 2 extra bedrolls. Over from the time when Maribel was ill, and would stay with her in her room to watch over her at night. We do. Please give me a moment. I just need to find it. Where did Madeline put them? When will he see their names are identical? And why does the name Madeline, like the spelling, keep changing? My head churns. I feel like I should know where the bedrolls are, but I can't. The shed? The barn? I found it! Oh, Maribel. Snap back. How? He's not noticed. He's been saying the names in his head, but he hasn't noticed that they're the same names. Rushes over, holding up a large bedroll triumphantly. When she moves to hand it over to Madeline, I notice the sunshine from the window getting off the dust. Give an embarrassed cough, placing a hand on the bedroll. Oh, would you mind for me to dust it off and hang it in the sun for a while? I apologize for the delay. Madeline gives me an easy smile and shrugs, putting the bedroll in my waiting arms. Not at all. Thank you for your thoughtfulness. You don't really have to go all this trouble, though. What is happening? I am so confused right now. My brain is just... What is going on? Okay. That's very clearly our wife, and I'm certain that's our daughter. Okay, and he doesn't seem to realize that their names match up, and that they look similar. Okay. So his memory is crazy on the fritz. That has to be our wife, but she's younger and prettier, and that has to be our daughter. Wearing a tomato costume for some strange reason. Oh no, you are guests after all. Please make yourself at home while I go clean up this bedroll. My wife should be home soon. I am sure she will be thrilled to have guests. Lawson gives a playful wink. She knows it too! She's trolling you, Steve! Madeline is trolling you. I'm sure she will indeed be thrilled. Madeline is trolling you right now. Adjusting the bedroll onto my arm, I bent forward a little to pat Maribel on the head. By the way, thank you. You were a great help. Where did you find the bedroll? I found it underneath the bed. Ah, yes, I should have guessed. I still remember the times when I would drag the bedrolls from beneath the bed and spread them out on the floor, while Madeline busied herself with comforting. Match up the names already! Using Maribel to eat some food between coughs. Sometimes we would switch. Madeline would work on other chores around the house while I cared for her. No matter what, both of us would always be nearby, ready to fly to Maribel's side at the slightest twitch of her fingers. I'm so confused. Stop playing with my emotions! I'm begging us to see her suffering, yet we could do nothing but watch helplessly. The frame grew slighter and thinner with every passing day, listening to her coughs and wincing as though we could feel a sting in our throats too. And even hoped and prayed, where is her? I'm sure that's our wife, but at the same time, where is our wife? Are we still old? Are we still old? Or are we younger? I'm so confused. After all, I was already an adult who had lived a good proportion of my life, while she had barely begun her life. She wanted to be a princess. She at least deserved a shot at it. I'm sorry, are you okay? Suddenly, with eyes on me, I noted why the tears that formed against and wedges in the corner of my eyes. I tried to force a reassuring smile, but it comes more like a grimace. Maribel gives me a doubtful look as though she can tell I'm lying. Come to think of it, Maribel resembles... Oh, okay. Their names are terribly similar, but they're not spelled the same way. Maribel resembles Mirabelle to a large extent, though she looks older and slightly more mature. Maribel and Mirabelle. And again, how old or mature can you be when you're dressed in a tomato costume? True. I once again urged the kids to entertain themselves while waiting, and then slowly make my way out of the door, ducking my head to avoid the harsh sunlight. Then I hit the bedroll over a clothing line and grabbed my carpet beater. Dust clouds float through the air when I pound on the bedroll, causing me to cough a little. Madeline... Is it Madeline and Madeline? Whenever I irritate my throat with dust or smoke. Okay, our wife is Madeline, and our guest is Madeline. Speaking of Madeline... M-A-D-A-L-E-N. It's spelled differently! I'm not crazy here. Look at this. And now look at this. The spelling is different, for crying out loud. Speaking of Madeline, she should be back soon, I suppose. She should have been back last night. I need to figure out how to best explain to her about the two guests sitting in our living room, though I'm still sure it will go over just fine, as Madeline always loved entertaining guests. Perhaps she can even make those egg tarts that she always likes showing off for them. Truth be told, the tarts are a bit too salty for my taste, but hopefully the guests will like them more. Finishing my task with the bedroll, I turned to walk towards the barn to let Mabel's dead! So she can graze to her heart's content. Skid to a halt when I find a padlock there instead. My eyebrows pull together confused for a moment before my mind clears. Right, Mabel's dead. This is the third time he's realized that. Third time he's had to remember. Oh, I guess that means my job here. That's the second time you said that as well. My job here is done. I head back into the house, stretching a little to get the strain out of my muscles. I feel marginally better, but my bones still ache. It seems like the bones of my body won't obey me less and less these days, to the point where merely using the carpet beater is enough to have me groaning in pain. Madeline and Madeline. The names are damn similar. Is that the point, or... Turns around and greets me with a smile when I approach them. Madeline, I took the liberty of making some tea for us. Hope you don't mind. Would you like some now? I grinned widely and gave an enthusiastic nod. Of course, like I would ever turn down tea. Thank you for the offer. If you get hungry, please feel free to eat anything you want. We have plenty of food after all. Maribel perks up at my words and looks at me with an instant sweet smile. Do you have anything sweet? I pondered her question for a moment, trying to remember the contents of my pantry before nodding. Walked over to the kitchen and pulled out a slice of bread, feeling two set of curious eyes on me. I tried to speed up my work, smearing butter on the bread before sprinkling sugar on it. I'm sorry it's not candy, but my daughter likes this kind of sweet bread. Have I told you about my daughter Mirabelle? She did! I'm sure you and Mirabelle will be great friends, Mirabelle. Madeline nods approvingly as I hand the sugared bread to Mirabelle, who accepts it gracefully and takes an eager bite. He keeps forgetting. I can't take this. Oh, my heart. He's not remembering anything. Not anything. Ugh. If Maybelle is dead, then Mirabelle is definitely dead. Oh, fine heart. And takes an eager bite out of it immediately. Mirabelle chews and beams at me, the look of pure contentment and pleasure on her young face, taking me by surprise. I've missed this taste. Have you eaten this kind of bread before? Mirabelle freezes for a moment, looking like a deer in headlights. Tilt my head at her sudden reaction. Mirabelle avoids my eyes, keeping her gaze downwards and eating in silence. Yes, she has eaten this before, a long time ago. There's a note of false cheerfulness in Madeline's voice. Study her curiously, and once again the feeling of familiarity. I'm so confused! Are they the wife and daughter or not? There's something about her that I just cannot put my finger on. Can't remember even talking to her before today, but every time I look at her, I get the kind of feeling that we've met a long time ago. Have even spent quality time together, which frankly isn't possible. Or is it? Could she have been a friend of mine before? Curse this awful memory. I sighed to forgive. I don't know! I don't know! I don't understand. This all just came in clicking to read the next line that plays with my heart and emotions. I don't want to go any further. I'm just too confused. I sighed, giving up the train of thought for a moment, trying to rack my brain for things that I can't. I don't want to go any further. Can't recall always makes my head ache. Do you mind if I use the kitchen? With a humorous glint in my eyes. Haven't you done so already? Madeline, shrugs playfully, laughing. The young lady reminds me of Madeline when she was younger. It's because she is Madeline when she was younger. It was extremely playful. Madeline would come. Are these ghosts? Is he dead? Did he actually die? Now he's in heaven with his wife and his daughter. Oh, tell me that isn't it. Madeline would. I want them to live happy. Come up with all sorts of pranks and traps, which I would always fall for. Time Madeline even tricked me into going to the woman's baths. I go into a lot of trouble with the villains until she convinced that it was her fault. You remember, Madeline, that time when you tricked me to a laughing silent fellow smiled on as I gave a meaningful look that I can't discern, and then stare at me. How great for the three of us to be here as a family. He realized! Your time is a lovely affair. We joke and talk about all the things while enjoying the delicious meal of bacon and sausage that Madeline has kindly prepared for us. Madeline still has yet to return. Oh my god, dude, she's been missing for a whole. When all of us are finished, I get it in my oil. Excuse me, I'll be going for a while. I need to find my wife. She has been out since this morning. Since last night, you mean? I'm getting very worried. It's probably nothing, but I still want to go search for her just in case. It's best, but Francis was behind me. Both men have followed me with identical bored expressions. What is it? It is alright. I'm just going to look for my wife. I'll be back as soon as I can find her. And we come with you. 2 extra pairs of eyes should help speed up the search for your wife. Me too. I want to go too. Consider their offer for a moment. I briefly think about turning them down, and something in their eager expressions induced me to agree. Madeline nods, smiling gratefully. Thank you. I appreciate it. Holding my lamp, I make my way down the path with the 2 guests behind me. My pace slows unconsciously. I tried to decide where I should look first. Should I go to market? Did Madeline head to the market early in the morning? Lost in thought, I almost jump out of my skin when Madeline suddenly breaks the silence. Hey, can I ask you something? Yes? Are you worried about your wife? Of course I am. I'm sure Madeline will be fine. She always returns home to me, safe and sound after all. One time she went to gather herbs for our daughter and never came back. Panicked like any husband would and set out to look for her. Found her in a tavern, drinking. She had simply lost track of time and didn't realize it was so late. Till I showed up behind her, panting from exertion of running all over in town. Maybe I should go to Yigmon's tavern this time as well. This tavern is closed. The owner passed away last winter. His son ended up selling the place, and it's being rebuilt into another house. But it says Fontevraud. I don't recall that happening. Must be so. It did not occur to me to question it. My memory is bad after all. I'm sure it must be true. How does she question this though? How does she know? You don't know where to know her. Sir, if I may, can I ask a question? Yes? What would you do if something happened to your wife? Maribel! Nothing has happened to her, don't worry. You even know where to find her. I'll just keep on walking till I find her. I pat Maribel's head as she looks up at me with those big, innocent eyes. You'll understand when you get married. The rest of the journey passes in silence. I take my usual route to the town, keeping an eye for Madeline the whole time. Stop it with the music! It's playing with my heart! Thank you. Huh. No. No. Oh, it stopped. It stopped. Okay. Fine. I pause hesitantly when I come to a crossroads, a new path that leads into the forest. This is certainly inconvenient. Madeline could have taken either path. So where should I go? I think my adventurous wife would go this way. Madeline shakes her head, frowning, while Maribel laughs. This encourages me to follow the path. Twists and turns the path so familiar. My feet seem to be taking me along the path without my controlling it. Maybe this path is not totally new after all. It does remind me of... Yes! Oh, I remember this place. Madeline's face brightens, and she gives a cheerful smile. Madeline is at the end of the path. I am sure of it. I tried to increase the pace of my footsteps in haste, though I do not seem to feel the difference. The path seems to go on forever. I tried to curb my impatience by starting conversation with the guests. We used to come in every day with our daughter. We like to go to the wishing well. It's a steep climb, though, since the well is atop a cliff. Still, every day we would make our way to the cliff, rain or shine, pray for our daughter's recovery. However, this time, I did not even need to ascend the cliff before noticing the sight that awaits me. No. Head twisted in an unnatural... No! Her clothes are caked in mud. Even from this distance, I can tell that there's no... No! Madeline, get up! There's a moment of dead silence. One time, Caesar stopped. My arm reaches out towards my wife, trembling in disbelief. That's us. No, it can't be. Oh my god! Why did he have to drop it on me like that? Oh my god! No, it can't be. So that's us. I lunged forward at her, already doubled over with sobs. Madeline holding me back with a surprising amount of strength. Okay, so that's not our wife. Not our daughter. Well, Mabel clings to my foot, shaking slightly. No, what am I supposed to do now without you? Both of you have left me. You can't leave me like this. My legs give out and my knees collide against the ground. What happened? But the pain barely registers in my mind. I can't tear my eyes away from Madeline's body as I crawl towards it. Don't leave me alone. At least take me with you. Oh my god. Madeline. Stop it with the violence. I can't take it. Oh my god. I feel like the ambiance, the picture is breaking my heart. I cry oh my god. I cry incessantly in anguish. in devastation as the two guests wrapped their arms around me, offering whatever comfort they can. My wails echo through the quiet night, increasing in volume rather than fading, as though I hoped to pass on all the things I never got the chance to tell her through the sheer volume of my voice. I'll wake myself from this horrible nightmare. I don't know how long I knelt there, cradling Madeline's broken body and weeping. Eventually, the two guests coaxed me to loosen my grip on her and heave me to my feet. In a daze, I let them lead me home, where I collapsed into my armchair immediately. I'm legitimately crying right now. My eyes are overflowing with tears. This isn't inheriting a farm at all! This is torture! And again, I could have been thinking about Farmville. Causing me to convulse in horror every so often. I want to scream and shout to the world about my pain, my helplessness. The anger I feel coursing through my body, but I've used up all my energy crying. Here, sir, drink this. You will feel better. I smile weakly and accept the cup of tea. I appreciate her concern, but there's something that she cannot fix. The image of my wife's body is gone, and I shudder with another great sob. I can't let my beloved wife lie there, drenched in mud and rain, or even worse, possibly eaten by wild animals. We need to bury her. I must go back and get her body at once. No, sir, stay here. I'll get some help from town and bury her beside your child. No, I cannot possibly trouble you. This is my duty as a husband to see to Madeline's burial. It is no trouble at all. Arabelle, can you keep this good sir here company until I return? Of course. I'll be back as soon as I can, then. Madeline gives a smile, comforting smile, and leaves, slouches in the armchair behind me. What is he going to do now? His wife was the only thing keeping his memories alive, and watching me cautiously as if unsure what to do. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid. For some reason, my head is clear now. Lion wouldn't want me to do anything stupid as well. She always told me that if anything happened to her, the first thing I must do is celebrate everything she has ever done for me, and live on for her sake. Did she know this was coming? Thank you for putting up with me all these years, Madeline. Thank you for tears pour out of my eyes as all the memories I shared with Madeline throughout my life are rushing into my mind. My heart feels as if it had been ripped apart into a million pieces. Hey! The young girl hits me with her cat toy. So I look at her blue, still half blinded by my tears. Don't you think it would be more appropriate for you to say all these with a smile at a funeral where she can hear you? The young girl smiled brightly. This is just young girl, but that's a really amazing thing to say. I paused for a moment, wiping the tears away. She's right. Madeline has always hated when I cried. During Mirabelle's funeral, she refused to shed tears in front of me. She was a much stronger person than I am. What will I do without her now? I almost sink back into the chair, but push away the darkness with great effort. You were right, aren't I? I was how Mirabelle always replied when we told her that she was right. Brings a smile to my face as I give her the same reply as I would have given to Mirabelle. Mirabelle said, aren't I? You are. Oh, calm for the moment. I took a sip. I'm so confused. Are they clones or not? Calm for the moment. I took a sip from the cup of tea. It tastes sweet. I smiled a little, giving a heavy sigh. That's mine. I can't believe she's really gone. First thing that comes to mind was the day of our wedding. Our town was merely a quaint little village back then. Wedding ceremonies mainly consisted of a lot of partying and cheering, but my mother insisted that we at least follow the form that the big cities had. The village elder had just stamped his seal on our marriage document and declared us husband and wife, and the villagers started chanting around us, urging for us to kiss. Laughing half in embarrassment and half in amusement, we leaned in to kiss each other as tears erupted around us. When she pulled away, there was the stupidest smile on her face. I was sure I had the dumbest grin on my face. Partly still in disbelief that I had married the woman of my dreams, she peeked at me through her eyelashes and whispered, "Finally. Hey, are you really okay?" Annabelle's voice brings me back to the present. He keeps going in and out of dreamland and present. I don't know if I can do this anymore, guys. I don't know if I should even post this video. It's not going to be very interesting, but I just got so sucked into this game. What time is it? How long have I been? I don't even know right now. I'm so sad. Oh my god! His voice brings me back to the present. I shake my head to clear the lingering memory from my mind and try to crack a smile. Nodding in what I hope is a reassuring smile. Yes, thank you for asking. I keep my eyes on the fireplace, not wanting to see the child's concerned expression. There's a wait. From the corner of my eye, I notice Maribel stifling a yawn. If you are tired, go to sleep. Can you sing me a song? Blinking in surprise, caught off guard by this request. Remember any good songs right now? This will be a good distraction. Of course I can. Set my tea aside and clear my throat, shifting my arm closer to her. Maribel hugs her candle tightly to her chest and sighs happily as she curls into a ball in the armchair. I reach out and stroke her hair as I sing. Stop clicking it! I just looked in to tell you, my dear, there's 5 eggs and 1 nest, and you're under her thorn tree. Be kind, mostly be silly. I can probably stop singing already, but just to be safe, I'm crooning softly. I'm teaching them to sing, you know, yet one cannot sing. But the nightingale, I'm told, will have a lovely voice one day. I can't. No. I fall asleep for a moment and stop my plan. Bumps her head up a little against my hand. Continue, please. Think I can. Let's stay. Mind if I pay them a visit for one night? I know you'll sing as well as them. I'll call you again one day and tell you something more. Good night, my love. The nightingale waits you in your dreams. Done to check, and as expected, Maribel has drifted off to sleep. All the while, still clinging onto her cow doll. Good night, Maribel. He's in there! He's doing it! Oh, it's okay. Okay, finish this part, and then I can't do anymore. I'll close my eyes as well, as he was. I will not forget it the next day. We did tend to map lines from Okay. No. We're not doing any more. We're stopping right here. My heart cannot take any more emotional trauma. Okay, it's the 8th April. Oh, my heart. Okay, you see that? Let's see that. It's done. We're done here. We're quitting. Yes, I'm sure I want to quit. Thank you. Oh, my heart. It hurts so badly. Oh, God, my headphones. Okay. Thank you all for watching so much. Tell me if you want to watch more of this. Oh, my fucking heart. Like the music and the questions bubbling around. Just bye. I've been happy as. Go away. Leave me to my sadness. Leave me to soak in my little puddle of misery.